On IMDb, Badgel Scub says The Hunger Games is horrible. Graphic scenes of kids getting murdered by kids? The entire story would have been better should the cast have been over 21. How is that blockbuster material? I wish I never watched this movie. The story itself reminds me of Schwarzenegger in The Running Man with a modern reality show strategy twist. I must say, The Running Man was a movie that would create the strong impression through the idea and not the age of the killings. I have not read the books yet. Now that I have images instead of imagination, I will not read them. 1 star.
Was The Running Man in caps?
Yes, it was.
Nice.
So was Kids. So I really should have read it like kids.
Yeah.
Getting murdered by kids.
Kids on kids crime.
Oh no, they got to do something about that. Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are joined today with by comedian, John Selle. Hi, John. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys? I'm excited. I'm watched the movie and ready. I'm ready, okay?
Good. Are we joined with or we're joined by? What are we joined?
I don't really know. I'm going to go with joined with. Joined by. No, joined by. Because now I'm joining by, right? That's it. Yeah. We're old dudes. It's bisexual. Like, we're joined by, and I get it.
Andy, what did you say?
I said I think it's conjoined. We're conjoined.
I think it's cum-joined.
You would think that.
Yeah, like we're all swirling in a petri dish.
Truly disturbing.
It is, isn't it? Andy, John, how are you guys doing?
I'm good.
I'm good, too.
I like to do that. I ask at the same time, and then neither knows when to go first.
Well, Robbie, how are you doing?
I'm well. And then I get the stage all to myself.
Wow.
Isn't that great? Let's talk about, how about this? We'll do a new segment. We just talk about how great I am for like 5 minutes. How's that, guys?
Okay. I don't know if we could break 5 minutes, but because you're not very great. You understand?
I got a good episode. Instead, for the next movies, how about we just watch your home movies, Rob?
Okay.
Because that'd be a lot of movies with me in the bathtub. Because back in the 80s, that wasn't child porn.
Kids on kid crime.
There you go. But we're here today to talk The Hunger Games from the year of our Megazord 2012. Have you guys seen The Hunger Games before?
I had not.
Yeah, I did, and I actually read the books because my high school girlfriend was very into it.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
So we have a book reader over here.
Yeah. It's your fancy book learning.
Oh my God, look at this. So now we know one thing about John. He reads books.
Well, now I only read self-help books because that's about where my fucking mental health is gone. But back then I had it on the Kindle and everything. I read all 3 of them.
The
Nice.
Kindle, ooh, fancy. Okay, so you've read literally the whole series.
Yes, but I didn't watch all the movies. Only the first movie.
Okay, so is there a reason you stopped after the first movie?
It was very different as far as, because in the books it's first person told by Katniss. So you get to see her feelings in it. And then in the movies, to me, it was very choppy. But that because they had to force in her thoughts without her saying it, you know? Like they would cut to Gale or something like that. They would cut to Haymitch. Those things weren't real in the books.
So you would have preferred this from like Jennifer Lawrence's POV, and we've all seen POV films with Jennifer Lawrence at this point.
Yes, that's what we should have done, actually. So we should have heard the voice inside her head, and that could have been like Eddie Murphy's voice. That's what it should have been.
That would have been really confusing.
What a weird movie that would have been.
But yeah, I hear what you say. Like have her narrate. That would have benefited the readers. I get it.
Yeah, so it was just a different vibe on the whole altogether.
Okay.
Okay, now would you say, are you going to say one of those things like the book is better?
Not really. It's the same shit. It's a lot shorter to watch the movie.
Yes,
so,
that I agree with.
So, but either way, it was altogether. They were just completely different, if you ask me.
Okay. So now that we know John's all about that book learning, how about we ask John a few more questions so our listeners can get to know him a little better? What do you think, Andy?
I don't think. I've never thought in my whole life.
Well, that's very apparent.
Rude. Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. Hey, John, what are your favorite sports teams?
Okay, so we got the New York Mets, the New York Jets, and then probably the Islanders. I'll go with the Islanders, but I'm not a basketball guy.
Okay. Yeah, you don't look like a basketball guy.
No. CYO was the furthest I got.
Oh, it's my what are your top 3 favorite musical artists or bands or one of those?
Or you can say your favorite.
Yeah.
All right. Besides the Wiggles, I'm there close fourth. Close fucking fourth.
Yeah.
This isn't even a joke. Number 1, we're putting in there Nickelback. I've been to multiple Nickelback concerts. I love them. I sat through the rain with them. They are fucking good. All right. Don't care what anybody says.
I do feel like they get an unfair amount of hate.
It's not fair. They put out banger after banger after banger, and their new stuff doesn't get played at all. And I think we need to really hammer home the Nickelback.
Now,
we need to make T-shirts.
Can I make the argument that they are Canadian?
Yes, but then we also have to take Justin Bieber out.
That's fine. But then we'd also have to take Rush out, which I'm not okay with.
Yeah,
Okay,
you got Rush, you got Neil Young. There's plenty of great Canadian artists, Robbie.
All right. Let's all not bully Robbie here.
Now, do we have to take out all the other countries, or are we just doing American? Like made in America kind of shit? Is that only made in America bands?
No, I was just criticizing Canada.
Okay, sounds good. Just making sure. I didn't know if we were going to go into hate on other countries.
No,
As
the
is
important thing
tradition.
to do is to punch up. And
Okay.
here, because we're in America, we're literally punching up.
All right, good.
Okay. So number 1 is Nickelback.
We'll go Nickelback. I'm a fucking basic white boy, so we're gonna go with Zach Bryan, number 2.
Okay.
The new country guy that's moving up, and then you know what? Let's go with a little bit of a wild card. I love Elton John. All right.
All right.
That's why I got my mug out in support of him. And we're really going with it. We're going with it. Elton John, I've seen him also. I'm a big concert guy, so this is a good question. All right. Been to Elton John concerts and good time.
Cool.
I couldn't help but notice something was left out there. You know, a particular artist was left out, but that's fine.
Oh, who would you say? Besides Jennifer Lawrence singing her songs released on this Hunger Games album.
I don't know. I just think maybe there's a band. Maybe you're on a podcast with them now. I don't know.
Well, I thought you guys were from Canada, to be honest. So I was like, I can't put you in there.
Hey, what's this all about?
Yeah.
Leaving us out to your list.
Yep.
What's a topic that you think comedians should just stop talking about because it's getting old?
Oh, okay. I don't know, because I'm one of those weirdos that will say like, oh, as long as you have your own perspective on shit, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not a politics guy. I don't like people that talk about politics on stage. So anything that has to do with like the War of 1812, anything that has to do with that stuff. Really,
but anything
That is a
before
hot
18,
topic.
anything before that is history, so it's okay to joke about.
Yeah. You can joke about history. Like, I want to hear more jokes about fucking what's that person, Joan of Arc and shit like that. No, that's not done enough. We're talking too much about like World War II. We got to shift back even further.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned you were a big concert guy. What would you say your top 3 best live performances were that you've seen, obviously?
Okay, I was gonna name my best one was Third Grade Band.
Good.
So
I heard great things about that.
Yeah, dude, fucking hot cross buns. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, 5th grade recorder,
Oh, shit.
fucking Miss
Oh,
Stapleton's class, JFK, we went fucking platinum.
Wait. Stapleton's class at JFK. Where did you grow up?
East Islip.
Okay.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you went to Belmore because there's a JFK high school in Belmore.
Oh, no. There's so many JFKs. That's what you get for getting shot. A bunch of elementary schools named after him.
Yeah.
Well, that's from all the kids he fathered illegitimately.
Yeah.
Robbie.
Allegedly.
Yeah, there we go.
But top 3 performances. Okay, let's go with. I went to Zach Bryan concert last year. That was really good. All right.
I'm going to ask you a quick question. Who is Zach Bryan?
Really? You don't know?
No.
He's a big, like, within the last year, he's come up. He's like the #1 streaming guy on fucking like youth porn and all that kind of stuff. No.
Good.
Yeah. So he's like big on Spotify. He came up like country music guy. His big thing is he doesn't want to join like a record label. Like, and because he wrote he like writes a bunch, all this shit. He was an ex-military guy that used to put up songs, videos of him playing out in Afghanistan, like outside the base and shit like that, to let everybody know where they are in case they wanted to get bombed. But
that's smart. Yeah. Really good to give up your location.
Yeah, let them know that you're singing outside. And they're all like pretty like the 4-chord songs. Like it's more about like the poetry that he writes behind it.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't say he's like the best musician, but that show, they oversold the fucking show to begin with. I normally am a big pit guy. That pit was packed to the like fucking wazoo.
Are they moshing the country?
Yeah, no, literally, and it was just insanity. But everybody knew every word. It was like one of those kind of experiences. So that was probably a top one. As a country guy, I went to the Ryman and I saw Darius Rucker. That was cool.
Hootie.
Yep, Hootie. I love Darius Rucker. He's probably 4. You know what? Maybe I should have moved him into the thing and make it a little more diverse. But then besides Darius Rucker at the Ryman, I'm gonna go with I want to go with the Jones Beach concert because those always go really well. I like I like Zach Brown Band. At City Field, that was a really good concert. They put on such a long show. They have an intermission for their band. It's a 10-minute intermission, and they go for like 3 hours. I always love when bands do that.
Yeah, cool. Same. That's cool.
Yeah, how long do you guys normally play for?
45 minutes to an hour. Yeah. That's the time we can get.
Yeah,
there we go.
Half an hour to 45 minutes usually.
Yes.
I also find that like when I'm playing, I wouldn't want to stop for 10 minutes. Because once I'm off the stage, that adrenaline comes down, and I'm a high energy performer on stage, and I don't want that coming down.
Yeah.
Andy can vouch for this. I've thrown up after multiple shows just from the amount of adrenaline that has pulsed through my body.
Now, what happens when like you're playing for 3 hours though, and you gotta piss? That's what I would say. This is a pee break for them.
You hold it.
You don't have those urges. At least I've never had them.
Because we have played longer sets before.
Yes, we did that. There was one show like out in the boonies where we were playing like 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, so we played a while, and like, it's weird that doesn't happen. It really doesn't.
Yeah,
you just don't feel that. You're just in the moment. And then afterwards, and also, I mean, at least me, I'm a sweaty dude generally. So, like, if I were playing drums or, I mean, even guitar, I was fucking always sweating up there. So, like, all that fucking urine is leaking through my pores. So I'm good.
Yeah. No, that's really what it is. You sweat so much that, like, it just, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you are drinking water while you're up there. But again, you're just sweating it out.
Yeah.
Because then the lights are on you, which makes it even hotter. And, I sweat when I'm doing comedy.
Yeah. I feel it.
I go up there and do 10, 15 minutes and I'm sweating. So, like, when I'm doing a 45-minute set with an electric guitar, jumping around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Also, singing is also, like, it's a very physical thing. So, like, I'll sweat when I sing. I sweat when I fucking brush my teeth. Like, it's a problem. I gotta talk to a doctor.
I got one more question for you, John.
Alrighty.
Would you rather, this is my favorite would you rather, be a registered sex offender or in prison for the rest of your life?
Oh, imprisoned.
Okay.
Because that requires me to do adult on kid crime, which isn't okay.
No,
only kid on kid crime. Oh, so I just have to register?
You would just have to, you just have to register as a sex offender. You have to live with all the rules and regulations that come with being a registered sex offender, but you don't actually have to do the crime.
It's like you gotta register. You register at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yes, yeah, you got a card there. Yeah, you join their membership program.
Nice. That's where I put my registry.
Yep.
But in this scenario, you didn't commit either crime.
Okay, I was gonna say.
All right, I want to stress that. Like, I'm not saying these people, you guys are committing these crimes. I'm just saying, would you rather live with the consequences of being a registered sex offender, or would you rather be in prison for the rest of your life?
I was gonna say, because I got a little nervous because we just watched a big movie about 24 kids. I was like,
why don't you have a seat, John?
So, I don't know. I still, because now your family disowned you. Because they're not going to believe you. I'm going to go to prison. I think I'd have a better life in prison. I'd probably get laid a lot more in prison. So
that's true. That's true.
Well, yeah, that's
so okay. Might as well.
It's pretty even, I think. I've asked almost every guest that question. It's pretty even.
Really?
Yeah, who'd want to be a sex offender and who'd want to be in prison for the rest of their life?
Okay, hey, fuck it. I'm going in prison.
Some people really liked the idea of the freedom whilst also being basically being forced to live far away from everybody else.
Oh, okay.
Some people view that as a perk.
You could be a rancher.
Yeah. Talk about a jolly rancher, am I right?
But yeah, I'm sticking with imprisonment.
Okay.
All right. My last question is, who do you think would win in a fight? All right, Katniss or Harry Potter?
Magic or no magic?
No magic.
No magic. Bows though? Or
no bows. No bows. You know,
so
yeah, because he's got magic, she's got bows. Just fists.
Just fisticuffs.
Yeah.
What Harry Potter movie? Sorry, it all makes difference because if she's versed in Sorcerer's Stone Harry Potter, she's gonna kick the shit out of him. Okay, but if she's got like Deathly Hallows, I think Harry might have it.
But she's 16 in this, right?
Yes. No, she's 18, I think, because she was right on the cusp, or 17, right on the cusp of when they're done with allowing them to get picked.
The oldest you could be is 19.
Oh, 19? Oh, so maybe she's 18.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, Deathly Hallows, right? Because he's 18 around there.
Okay,
17, 18.
I think post-Dobby dying, spoiler alert, whatever you call it.
I'm almost there.
Yeah. I think it's, what are you on the Chamber of Secrets book?
Yeah.
Pretty close. But whatever you call it. I would say, yeah, I think Katniss has got him, actually. Because I think she's got that fighting spirit that Harry doesn't have. He's just a whiny little bitch sometimes.
I agree. I think without magic, he's just a scrawny little kid, and Katniss has been hunting her entire life.
Yeah, he couldn't even get like a real girl. He had to fucking bang his best friend's sister.
You guys realize this question is, hey, who would win in a fight? The boy who was forced to live in a closet, or the girl who, from a young age, was forced to fend for herself in the wild? Gee, I wonder who's gonna win.
Yeah, but Harry Potter's like the boy who lived. You know, everybody's like, he's a god. Like, relax. He's a fucking pissant. You know?
Yeah.
Also, I just picked 2 YA characters. The first 2 I could think of.
Yeah, I was watching you pull that out of your ass.
Yeah.
I thought I was a magician watching him pull the scarf out for a second.
It was like my wife's hair in the shower.
Oh my god.
How does that happen?
I do not know.
You get a big old clump of hair out of your asshole?
Nope.
Like, what are you, feeding me hair?
Okay. Okay. Hey,
right, ask me a question, Robbie.
No, I have no more questions.
I think we should ask you a couple questions.
I was gonna talk about the year of our Megazord, 2012.
Oh, hold up. I'm not a fucking freak. I've heard other people talk about it. Email in if you've pulled your partner's hair out of your asshole.
I love how Andy had to stop and go, hold on, I'm not a freak.
I can't wait for Andy to just pull out a bunch of different burner emails. I do not do that. I do that too. I do that too.
Andy, these all are Andy1, Andy2 at gmail.com.
Not Andy.
3, yeah.
Not Andy2. Definitely not Andy at gmail.com.
Because movies from 2012, a movie called Savages. That's a movie about insert censored noise here.
Wow. Hey, fun fact about that movie, Jennifer Lawrence was cast in that movie, but then she got this movie and she dropped out of Savages.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Because I thought she was way too young to play. Because this is the one with Blake Lively in it, right?
I don't even know. I don't even know what Savages is, but I read it while I was trying to find trivia. Trying to find trivia, and it said she was cast in Savages, and then she dropped out to play Katniss.
Oh, because I saw that movie too. If we need to talk about that one, I guess this is a big movie year for me. Didn't have a lot of friends.
Hey, Andy, there was a documentary about your brother, The Good Son.
Very good. All right, there's a movie called Dark Shadows, and that's where you lurk while stalking your victims, Robbie.
Very good. Very good. Oh, here, this is a joke just for John. It's crazy that they made a movie about the 2020 election in 2012. Stolen.
There we go.
Also, there was a movie called PMS Cop. I have no jokes about that.
That's just worth mentioning.
Yeah, it's just PMS Cop.
All right, there's a movie called Zero Dark 30, and that's about, I mean, you take out the 30, and that's what Robbie's always saying. He's saying, Zero Dark. I don't want any people of color.
Yikes.
It was a stretch. It was a stretch.
That was a stretch. You could have very easily made that I was afraid of the dark. It would have been a much quicker thing.
Yeah, but I'm trying to
Zero
make you
Dark,
seem like,
turn on a light.
I'm trying to make you seem like a bad guy.
I gotcha. I figured.
Understand?
I figured. All right, you want to play our little albums game?
Sure.
All right, cool. I'm going to name an album from 2012. You're got to name the artist. All right? Don't buzz in with anything. Just yell out the artist. You guys ready?
Yes. Sounds good.
All right, I'll start off with an easy one. Red.
Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Whoa, let's go. I'm competitive.
I like it. All right, here's another easy one. Born to Die.
Harry Potter.
No, and no. Did you say Harry Potter?
Yeah, the boy who lived.
No, it's not.
Born to Die.
No, and it was also
Born
not Lady
to Die?
Gaga.
It wasn't?
Nope.
Fuck.
Born to Die. Is
Yep.
it? What genre are we talking?
Indie.
Oh, India. Oh,
We
fuck.
had this artist the last time we played this game with a guest. Their first name reversed is very silly.
Lana Del Rey.
It is Lana Del Rey.
Oh, I was thinking Born This Way. That was what I was thinking.
Okay.
I'm born this
yeah.
way.
That's good. That was a
Yeah,
good guess then.
I saw Lady Gaga in concert, and it was incredible.
I feel like that's just a swinger party. Did you go to one of those?
Oh yeah, there was keys in a bowl.
Oh,
man.
boy.
Also, when I went to Vegas, I saw Katy Perry, and that was also a very good show.
Ooh.
Cool.
All right, continue.
Here's one I expect Andy to get. The Second Law.
Muse.
Yes, it is Muse, yes. All right, here we go. Blunderbuss.
Oh shit! Hold up. Shit. See,
This-
I worked as a third-party merchandiser at Best Buy, and I was putting out the music. And I
know, if you-
remember putting out an album called Blunderbuss.
If you added a Y to the end of this, it'd be Blunderbussy.
Very good.
And it's always a blunder when I fall into a bussy.
Wow.
I don't know because
This
I was
artist-
in
Go
high
ahead.
school.
Oh, wow, we're old.
Jesus Christ.
This artist and their wife pulled a cunning ruse on the general public.
Fleetwood Mac.
No. This is a solo artist. That was a good guess.
Cunning ruse.
A
of the
cunning
general public.
ruse.
Is it Will Smith?
No. Their
Going
last
to
name.
Miami.
Their last name is a shade.
I mean, just trying to make some noises because
People believed him and his wife were brother and sister.
Oh, Jack White.
There we go.
Okay.
Fools. All right, I'm gonna do one more, just because it's fun watching you both squirm.
Is white a shade?
Yeah, it's not a color; it's a shade.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
More you know.
Just like black and gray are shades.
Rayola Robbie. That's what we call him.
Yep, that's what they call me. Channel Orange.
What's the genre?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know the art. I could give you hints about the artist.
Sure.
Okay. Hot Dog Lake.
Limp Biscuit?
Nope.
Hot Dog Lake?
Wiener Wet.
No.
No.
My next hint was going to be Wiener C.
Wiener C. Hawk Ocean? Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean. There we go.
Ah, Frank
that was good.
Ocean.
You say Cock Ocean?
Yeah. I was just trying to be silly, and then it led me to the correct answer.
That was good.
Frank Ocean. If that's the same Frank Ocean I'm thinking of, there's one song on that is beauteous.
Is it called Rob?
No, it's called Andy.
Oh,
Pretty good,
okay.
right?
Very good.
I thought you were talking about the track called "Pulling Hair Out of My Ass."
That's the one. That's the one.
Nice.
It's both beautiful and relatable.
Yeah, it's on the deluxe edition.
Oh, so he left that on the cutting room floor at first. He said,
Yeah.
the public's not ready for this one.
But the thing is, all the record execs were like, "You got to put this on because this happens to people. It's not just Andy." That's what they told Frank Ocean.
That was the first ever AI generated Tupac verse.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then Hillary Clinton did a little thing because for the election, she was trying to promote it, you know? She dropped the dime.
Hey, you know what I think it's time we do? I think it's time we talk about the Hunger Games. We've been here for a half an hour.
Jesus Christ, Robbie.
How about this? The Thirsty Tournament.
Very good.
The Famished Fest.
Better, actually.
The Voracious Event.
Wow.
The Starving Contest.
Mm.
The Malnourished Match.
Okay, I like that one.
And how about the Peckish Playoffs?
That's good stuff, Robbie. You're a son of a bitch, but that's good stuff.
But we all were here to talk about The Hunger Games, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Liam Hemsworth, Josh Hutcherson, Woody Harrelson, and Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. It was so weird seeing him with short hair.
Yeah, like looking like a regular guy.
Yeah, I was like, it is Lenny Kravitz. But directed.
My wife and I were fighting about it. I was like, I think that's Lenny Kravitz. She's like, there's no fucking way that's Lenny Kravitz. So every time we show up, I'm like, I'm telling you, that's Lenny Kravitz. She's like, fucking look it up then. And I was like, I will. So I looked it up. It's fucking Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, no.
At each other.
It sounds like you guys have
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, your problems seem a little deeper than whether or not it was Lenny Kravitz.
Listen.
Lenny Kravitz is a representation of the downhill spiral.
Yeah. This is a cry for help, guys.
Hey, you guys see that hog on Kravitz though?
Yeah, isn't he slanging?
Yeah, it popped out at a concert once because his pants ripped.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, his pants ripped. He did like a squat and his fucking hog just flopped out.
Damn,
Now,
man.
do you think in order to keep that from happening again, you got to tape that? Like every time you go on stage, you got to start duct taping it to your thigh?
I think you just wear looser pants.
Touche.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're in your 50s. You don't need to be wearing leather all the time, dude.
Or just have a smaller penis.
That's awesome. You could do that. You could do that. I don't know. I mean,
Take a
all right.
cold bath
All right,
before.
chop it off.
Just take an ice bath before, I guess, maybe.
Okay.
If we chop out the center and we reattach them, I think we should be good.
Cut like 2 or 3 inches off. He's good.
It's like a haircut.
Oh, no.
All right. The Hunger Games, though. Off the bat, there's a lot of shaky cam.
Yeah.
Like, too much. Where, like, even where it's not an action scene, It's just like this camera's all over the place. And I understand why they're using it. It's to convey like, oh my God, it's all frantic and I'm confused and I hate this. But like as a viewer, please stop.
Maybe my TV just sucks, but I felt like there's a lot of chopped off foreheads with the fucking camera line. Or was that just my TV or the version that I got?
It's not something I even noticed, if I'm being honest.
I didn't really notice that, but you could be correct. I just wasn't looking at it. Just the camera was moving too much. And
yeah.
I really noticed the shaky cam during the fight scenes, and I chalked that up to it being a PG-13 young adult movie, which is something that I feel like when I was looking for reviews, a lot of people seem to not understand.
Yes, so, and well, it's that also the budget was like $80 million.
Yeah,
so like they couldn't afford to just show you the action. So like, I get that, but also, if I didn't know this was a young adult, based on a young adult novel, which was like the big thing at the time, I would not know watching this movie until like the end. Because like this doesn't feel like a young adult kind of movie for me, at least.
I think it totally does.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's all kids.
Yeah, but like, it's not until the last hour or so where I was like, this is getting a little cheesy. But like before that, I was digging this. I was really digging this until like the main event that they're fucking the whole movie's building up to this event.
Yeah.
And I'm loving the build up. I'm like, wow, this movie's really good. And then the event happens and I'm like, this movie's not that good. It was good. And then the event happened. I was like, yeah, this is all right, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. I totally get that. But what I think the point I was making about it being a young adult novel is they're trying not to show too much blood and gore because they're still trying to get this PG-13 rating. And if you went out there and we're just showing them actually slaughtering each other, it'd be like, okay, this is an R. Even in this bloodless movie, we get some awesome kills, like when that one dude snaps a kid's neck.
Yeah.
That was the steadiest cam of the whole movie.
Yeah. But like, I mean, it's the storyline itself it's a battle royale and everybody's getting killed in a horrific way.
Right.
But like, it's also for kids. So it's like, we can't, there's a weird disconnect, like you're saying, with the violence and this is for young adults. This is for teenagers. We need this to be PG-13. So there's a lot of like weird bloodless, but also there is blood. It's just none of it's like, wow, that guy's dead.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a Marvel movie where you're watching these people get slabbed and slashed, but you don't see pools of blood for some reason.
Yeah, you just see like a cut
like
above their eye or something.
And a couple of drips under that.
Yeah, and they're still like really handsome or beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
Like when realistically, if you got cracked in the face, you would start swelling and you would look like a piece of shit.
I will say they find the hottest people to be these fucking victors or whatever the hell they're fucking called. It's tributes. They're all the best looking people I've ever seen.
Well, they're 12 to 16, John, so why don't you have a seat?
I don't know. They're all fucking good looking people. Like, I don't know. The only thing that I do like have a problem with the fighting scenes is this is how you knew it was out of a book. Both of those motherfuckers at the end were both blonde. I couldn't tell who was kicking the shit out of who. Kato or fucking Peeta. They were both fucking. And I was like, I don't know who I'm rooting for. I'm just
like that
was the one thing pissed me off.
They both look the same, and the shaky cam. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I have literally no idea what's going on. I don't know where people are in the scene. Like that's rough. That's rough. You should fix that.
Yeah, I started rooting for the dogs at one point. I was like, I don't know who to fucking root for. Let's just those dogs that were banging at the cornucopia.
I did not like the dogs though. They're like
they just like seemed added in. Yeah,
out of nowhere. They're like sending the dogs. Not even real dogs. They're like these weird mutant bear dogs.
Release the hounds.
Yeah.
Now, John, were the dogs in the book? These like
the dogs are in the book, and the thing is, the way that they kind of say, because you don't see them go like, oh, we're releasing the hounds, but in her mind, she explains it as, oh, because you get a lot more backstory. So they'll say like, because she's watched them before, she's like, oh, this is what they do to like a tribute that gets too far to the edge. That's why they set the fire on. But she says it in her head, so it's a lot more clear. So you're not jumping back to the fucking guy with the curly beard being like, yo, let's move these people back in. She puts it into context and goes, oh, I must be too close to the edge. They're moving me back in. Or, oh, this is happening here. Oh, they want us to go into the cornucopia and have a final death. Like, she says those in her mind. So you have a little more, like, clarity. And then I remember there was one thing that she said, like with the tracker jackets or tracker jackers, whatever they were, the bees, that she was like, oh, they genetically do this on purpose because it's all like basically like a simulation kind of thing. And like, this is how they use it to control to get the outcome they want. Like, that's what she tries to manipulate and say and shit like that. So she clarifies a lot too.
Okay.
So that is the only real added benefit of the book, where she's gonna explain like, oh, they've done this in the old Hunger Games, like the old ones, like, oh, in the 42nd one, oh, they did this or the. So you get to like, you're like, oh, okay, so they're doing this for a purpose. They're not just throwing the dogs out for fucking fun.
Right. Well, to backtrack, before, like in the very beginning, I think even though there's no real narrator, I think they do a pretty good job of like building the world and like when she gets picked or her sister gets picked and she's like, I volunteer tribute, don't take her. And then she has like 2 minutes to talk to her family. And she says to the mom, like immediately, she's like, you can't shut down like you did when dad died. Like, she needs you. You can't do that shit. Can't be a pussy. You got to fucking deal with it. All right. And I was like, this movie's pretty good.
Yes.
I'm liking this. This is very good. Yeah. Again, like it starts off really, I thought it was great. And then, even like as it's ratcheting up to the event, it's like getting better and better. I'm like, oh shit. Like at first Woody Harrelson shows up and you're like, this guy sucks. But then like eventually you're like, oh no, he's actually like their one true ally here.
Every time he starts like pitching for them to other sponsors is a great scene, because he acts like he doesn't care at the beginning. And then you realize it's like, he's just trying to show like, you don't get it.
Yeah.
You don't understand how this works. This isn't just about shooting your way to the top.
Yeah. People have to like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's great, because when she starts to fight and then all of a sudden she gets the stuff from him, she gets the stuff to heal her leg after the fire.
Yeah.
It is just great watching him pitch to them like, hey, this is how I'm going to help them. I might not be able to train them on the battlefield now.
Yeah. We got some heavy hitters in this movie, like fucking Woody Harrelson. We got Donald Sutherland.
Stanley Tucci.
Jennifer
and
fucking Lawrence.
Toby Jones.
Yeah. Donald Sutherland is fucking crushed. He's in it for like 8 seconds. And I'm like, damn.
That speech he gives about hope is incredible.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
About how they want to give them just a little bit of hope. You don't want to give them too much hope, just a little bit of hope.
Because hope is the one thing stronger than fear.
Yes.
Like, we want to keep them scared. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music, by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it.
I really like Tucci doing the sit-down interviews with all the contestants.
Yeah.
And that's just like any reality show. Like, it's.
Well, yeah.
I feel like this movie's trying to say something.
Well, yes, very good. What did you guys think of the little parade they had?
I really liked how Peeta, he like goes to hold her hand and she's like, no, get the fuck out. And he's like, no, they're gonna love it. Like, he gets it.
Yeah.
But he also likes her. Now,
he likes her.
Ooh.
I did not care for the romance aspect of this. I thought it was kind of shoehorned in and kind of unearned at the end. But at this part, I was like, oh, okay, he's just playing the game.
Right.
And then he does it, and the people go crazy. He's like, oh, yeah, he's right. That's great. It's good stuff.
Now I'm adding a little book context into the thing. What I hated was every time there was a little bit of romance, they shot back to Gale, and they were like trying to almost shoehorn him in my sense. I was like, why are we keep shutting back to him? But then in the book, every time they kissed or something like that, she would think of Gale, who got back at the village, oh, blah, 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 because she truly loved him. But she also, once she gets on board with the games and everything like that, she's all in on it. The only thing I will say is, when you think about it like that, Peeta was a little rapey. All right, he was like basically forcing to get kissed, to this and that, hold the hand. I was like, he really seems like that like simpy boy that like doesn't get any of the girls. That he's like, oh, okay, now I'm really gonna try because she's got no other choice. Seems a little rapey.
Yeah,
he's sitting there at night going, why am I always that guy and not the guy?
Yeah,
Yep.
like one of those r/nice guys where they're like,
Yep.
I fucking like I'm such a nice guy. Why won't she fuck me? Like,
Yep.
Okay, I think you missed the nice guy aspect of that.
Yeah, that's how I felt like it was. It was like, oh, they always pick the bread, but never me. I'm just a baker.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's making those men.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you guys think of his weird? Like, he was like, you got the archery. All these guys are fucking crazy. I got nothing. And she's like, fucking throw the thing. And he's like, all right. And he launches it. But then, I don't know if it was before or after that, he's like painting his arm. And she's like, what are you doing? And he's like, camouflage. And then he does it. It's like, okay, we're looking at 7 hours of makeup. That is useless. You are useless. And then later, he fucking does it to his head.
Yep.
With somehow with a stab wound, and then he just covered the rest of him in shrubs. Hey, idiot, why don't you just get your whole body under the shrubs? What are you painting your face for? You fucking idiot. That must have taken it. Where'd you get the paint? What's going on here?
That's what
that
I was
the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Also, he was like molded to it because then she pulled him off and it was like stretching.
Yeah.
Like, what?
You didn't know they put up in the cornucopia next to the arrows, they had a little paint by numbers kit?
Oh, okay. That explains it.
Yeah, I thought the same thing when he was painting. I was like, what do you think? He's going to run to the fucking cornucopia and there's going to be just a paint set there that he's just going to start painting?
Oh, thank God. My one thing.
Oh, fuck. They don't have any evergreen.
I got a drop from Spirit Halloween. Thank God.
That shit was dumb. That was the dumbest thing in this movie.
He's a little bitch. Peeta is a little bitch.
He's a little bitch, yeah. And I don't know. I thought it was towards the end, especially. I know we're jumping around. Towards the end, especially, there was a lot of that. That's when I was like, oh, this is a youth, like a youth novel. I get it. Because it's just like, leave me. I'm not leaving you. Like over and over again. Like there's like once he's stabbed and they're hanging out in the cave, it's just like that scene like 6 times in a row. I'm not going to leave you. You have to. You can do this on your own. I'm not going to leave you. It's like, guys, I actually don't. Let him die. I don't care about that guy anymore. I really don't. And I don't think you do. Because, like, it's really unearned. Then she gives him a smooch.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Because you think you're going to die? But, like, I don't know. This guy sucks. He's boring.
When they kiss, that's when I realized I don't think they've been brushing their teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Stink City.
Yeah. Ugh. Meth mouth. Meth mouth without the meth.
Who would you guys pick? Josh Hutcherson or the Hemsworth guy?
Well, it's Liam and not Chris. That's an important note.
Right. Like that guy can't lift Mjolnir.
Yeah, but that accent.
Good eye.
We're picking the men, not the characters, right?
No, just the actors. Just the actors.
Oh,
No,
but it is Liam
characters-
Hemsworth. It's
the
Liam
Yeah,
Hemsworth.
it's
characters.
Hemsworth.
Like, if it's the character, is Liam Hemsworth. I'll tell you what my wife said about Josh Hutcherson
I can't wait.
when he showed up. She said, "That's Tom Holland. Tom Holland, if you ordered him off of Wish." And I was like, "That's a pretty good joke." I'm going to say that on the podcast.
At least you give me credit.
Yeah.
I will take a hot take though. I liked Peeta better than Gale, and I don't. It's not just because of the books or anything like that. I felt like he was much more of a flushed. I think he was the most flushed out character in the whole movie. I felt like Katniss was just some brooding bitch that was like, oh man, my sister, oh no. Like even after she was just like, oh yeah, I did it for blah blah blah, and I'm just like, Peeta was very flushed out. You saw a lot of emotion. You saw him understand the games. You saw him in different scenarios. But I felt like Katniss was just the same character throughout the whole thing. Like even when she did play up to do what the Capitol wanted, she was still, it wasn't really sold. I felt like Peeta was a very flushed out character. That's the one thing I will say.
I think he's like maybe the emotional heart of the story itself, because like Katniss, you see her like, yeah, I'll conform, but I'll do it my way. Like when she shoots the apple out of the pig, which was fucking great.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and then she gives like a sarcastic bow. I was like, oh shit, that's cool. That's cool. I like this character. But like, she doesn't change so much as like learn. She conforms, but again, does it her way. Where he changes like fundamentally who he is, because he was weak before. He was like, I have to adapt. So yeah, he like learns. I would agree with you. Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question? If someone you barely knew was dying in your arms, what song would you sing to them if they asked you to sing?
Wake me up before you go.
Very nice.
Probably sing my Jurassic Park 3 song, Spine Daddy.
Very good. Both very good.
The heaven, how far is heaven? How far can you tell me? Like that song. That's probably pretty good. Or maybe Baja Men, Who Let the Dogs Out.
Okay.
Who Let the Dogs Out would be great. Yeah. That's probably the one.
And as she passes, she could just go, who.
Yeah.
And then
she dies. Yeah.
Cool. Because that's what Rue does when she's dying in Katniss's arms. She's like, sing to me.
Yeah.
Also, Rue only dies because Katniss moved out of the way and let the spear hit a child.
Yeah.
Get on, keep going.
I mean, the thing is, why form alliances when you're gonna have to kill them anyway? That was my thinking of it. But
Andy, have you ever watched a Royal Rumble?
No.
In a Royal Rumble, it's 30 men and now women. Okay? It's every man or woman from themselves over the top rope. But sometimes there are tag team partners in there, and they work together.
Okay,
all right?
Like,
it's all about getting to the final two to give yourself the best chance.
Okay. No, I get it.
Like, if we were in a situation like this, all right, wouldn't you, at the very start, be like, listen, I know we're going to have to turn on each other eventually, but let's narrow down the pack first.
I guess.
Like,
yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, if someone's going to win, it might as well be me or you.
Yeah. But like, if your life is on the line, I don't know. I would try and stay as far away from everyone. Let everybody kill each other, and then
it's
when
also
it comes
a child.
down to it, right?
Rue's a literal. Imagine getting down to the last two with a literal child.
Well, makes your job a little easier, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then when it's just you, Andy, the police show up because you're not allowed to be with a child unsupervised.
I made it this far. I'm in the fucking Hunger Games. I didn't really feel much when Rue died. I didn't feel like, because like you see her when they're training and she's just like lurking around the corner and they're like, oh, look, you got a friend. And then that's it. And then you see her in the Hunger Games. She saves Katniss from the bees. And then we get like maybe 7 minutes with her and then she's killed. And I'm like, okay, all right. I'm sure that probably hit harder in the book. There was probably a lot more, I would imagine.
Not that much more. She definitely made it very known in the book that Rue reminded her of her sister, and that's why she gravitated towards her a lot. She was about the same age. That was a big thing. It was like that, like, oh, this is my sister from a different race, like kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was their big thing that they were honing in on. That it was like the sister of like the parallels of it.
Yeah.
But I do agree that it was pretty stupid of it. But they did. I remember in the book they had a whole page dedicated to like little music notes, and then she had to sing, and I had to read the whole page of her fucking singing to this little fucking dying girl. And I was just like, I can't even sing. I don't know what this is supposed to sound like. They don't give you like a 1, 2, 3. Like, this is the beat of it. You just have to make it up. And I was like,
Katniss turns around, count me in, boys.
Yeah, she's got a jazz band. Well, I didn't think it just didn't hit me, and I don't know. It I forgot what I was gonna fucking say. I had a whole thing. I totally forgot.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's an awesome death in this movie? When Rue's partner gets revenge for Rue.
just like, boom.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
There were, I think, 1 or 2 too many times where somebody has somebody like in their grasp and they're about to kill, like they could just kill him. Like Katniss was about to die, but the person happens to be a weird psychopath and just relish in it for a little too long.
Yeah.
Like if she was just like, all right, bam, you're dead. But she was like, nah, I'm going to kill you like I killed your friend because I like to kill, because I'm a bad guy. And then it's like, okay. You're pretty much waiting. You're pretty much saying like, hey, come get me. Come get me while I'm incapacitated. It's very not great.
That's the James Bond villain.
Yeah.
Got to explain what they're going to do first.
Yeah.
I like that the cannons symbolize when people die, because every time you hear, it's like, okay, it helps the listener or the viewer track people dying in the movie when like off screen. And I really laughed when the redhead girl was dead from eating the poisonous berries.
Yeah.
They taste like burning.
I will say though, one thing that I thought was weird was during their training and throughout the whole thing, nobody asked for a notepad to take fucking notes on who was good at what and what was all that kind of shit. That's what I would have asked for. I would have been like, okay, this guy's good at throwing spears. Okay, this person can't hit a shot with a knife. Something at least, because I felt like they were all memorizing this shit.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Are they? You think they're allowed to bring anything though?
No, but at least study it during the fucking thing instead of like they sat there watching each other and they were like studying them. Like, who's not writing this down? Like, okay, this one's left knee is weaker than their right. Like, come on, we got to really. That's how I'd be scouting. That's what you got to do. You got to scout report.
Yeah. Okay, I remember what I was gonna say. Is about Rue. Okay. So this movie kind of moves at a clip, like at all times. It's just like, boom, this happens. All right, move on. And I like it for that. Because it's got a pretty big long runtime, but it moves. But when Rue dies, it like sits in that for a little bit, and it's like telling you like cry, fucking cry. But I'm like, I didn't care, and I thought that scene taking as long as it did, really made me look at the clock. You know, whereas
it was almost
movie,
like.
I wasn't
two different movies.
Yeah, like it was a different movie for a second, and then it goes back, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell was that?" I didn't really like that.
I think that's also part of the problem when you're adapting a book with all of these characters into a 2.5 or sub 2.5 hour movie, is that you don't spend enough time with Rue for her death to matter to you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They should have we should have had more time with her. And like get to know her and like her, and then you kill her,
right?
Because then I'm feeling something. But like I didn't care. I was just like, all right. So I mean, it's sad. It's a little kid.
But we've already seen little kids die in the movie,
right? Yeah. And I did like how her district fucking starts rioting after. I was like, that's good. I like that. That's cool.
It also
you're a big riot guy.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Cool.
it's also very much like, as a viewer, you know the concept of the movie, you know what's going on, so you almost know, okay, at some point Rue is going to die.
Yeah, it's built. It's like baked into the plot. Like everybody has to die.
Yeah, and I just don't buy that this little child is now going to suddenly outmaneuver everybody.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you say it like that, because I remember when I was reading the book, it's told from Katniss's first person. And my high school girlfriend was like, "Do you think she's going to make it?" I go, "Bitch, this is told from her person. She has to be alive to tell the story. Of course she's going to make it."
And then I died, and then the book just ends.
Pretty much. And then she starts taunting people. Like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? But it's funny.
I'm sorry. Go.
No, it's all good. Go on.
You guys ever play Prince of Persia: Sands of Time?
No.
No.
PS2 or GameCube back in the day. If you like, it's told from the prince's perspective, like he's narrating it as you go. And if you die in the game, he's like, the game over screen comes on. He's like, "No, wait, that didn't happen. No." I thought that was a really good touch, because like you fall into a ravine, like it just spikes and die, and he's like, "Wait, no." So like he's telling somebody the story, and he's like, "So I'm running across the wall, and I fall into this pit of spikes, and I fucking die." Oh wait, no, I didn't do that. Never mind. Hold up. Like, what?
That's funny.
Are you insane?
I will say though, you said that like the 2 hour 30-minute mark. That's what I think was funny. Do you think there was enough though to make it into a TV show? Do you think we would have cared a lot more? And like, because it did feel very rushed, but I do think the pacing, besides the Rue part, was good in the beginning.
I agree.
I agree too. I think the pacing's good. I think it's easier this day and age to make a book into a TV show, because you don't have to, in the age of streaming, you don't have to do a 23 episode season. You can do an 8-part miniseries with 8 1-hour episodes.
Yeah.
And now we're spending enough time with these characters for it to be more impactful for the viewer. Yeah. So I think now, yes, I think in 2012, before streaming services really had their own stuff, because this was right before the big boom, I don't think it really would have worked.
We'll probably get a streaming series of Hunger Games in the next 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
And there will be an online petition to cast Jennifer Lawrence as Effie.
Yeah. Or President Snow. She would make a really good President Snow.
Yeah.
Because now women can be president.
Not in America. We've learned that, John.
Oh, well, 2012, that wasn't Hillary Clinton.
No, it wasn't.
No. It was fucking close.
No, overall, I really did like this movie. I liked when Katniss has a scar on her head and Peeta runs his thumb over it and goes, "Simba."
Yeah, the same thing. Classic bit. I'm going to just run through my notes real quick, because I feel like we're wrapping this up, right?
Oh, yeah, we can. If you got a lot to say, we can keep going.
I don't have much. I said, what is this, Batman Arkham Asylum? When she starts tripping balls from the bees. Because we got some cool... I really like that scene. I liked the cool glitchy camera stuff that they were doing.
Yeah. I liked some of it. Some of it, I was like, this is cheesy.
I don't know. It worked for me. And then she has a flashback or whatever. That was cool. I like that.
Now, the one thing I will say is I feel like that the love story that came out of this was better than any of the Bachelors. So maybe we should just start putting the girls at the Bachelor house and having them all murder each other. That might be better for TV and everything like that. I think that
John,
that. Yep.
That's called snuff.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the whole point of this is like, oh, it's dystopian. This is what people like. We like people fighting for their lives, and it's terrible. But like in real life, like, it'd be great TV. Like, let's be honest. But like, I don't want it to happen. But like, I watch the fake stuff. It's cool. the final guy, the crazy guy, Kato. The whole movie, you're like, wow, this guy's just a fucking psychopath. He's just like a big tough. I'm gonna steal your girl, like big.
It's Mr.
Big
Steal Your
guy.
Girl.
Yeah, it's Mr. Steal Your Girl, and he finally gets them like cornered when the dogs are chomping at their heels, and he has like one moment of like real humanity, and he's like, "Oh, it's just what they want, right? Like the only reason I'm fucking here is because I just live my life for them. But like, what's the fucking point?" And I was like, "Holy shit, what a cool character!" And then boom, dead. It's like, oh, okay.
Eaten by the monsters.
Yeah, eaten by the weird bear dogs.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. And then I like how then it's like, we take back that rule that two of you can win if you're from the same district. Now kill each other. And they're like, well, we'll kill ourselves. And then like, never mind, you can win. It happened so quick.
You called our bluff.
Yeah, shit, never mind.
You know what would be great if you heard them like, oh fuck, okay, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do about this?
Fuck.
I've thought, imagine that was like a Romeo and Juliet scenario, like where they were like trying to pretend like they were on the same like wavelength. They're like, all right, we're gonna just put them in our mouths and not swallow them. Because I think, I'm not positive, but I think that was the plan during the book, to put them in your mouth and pretend, and they spit it out or something like that.
Okay.
But either way, just imagine one of them actually swallows it, like, and they're like, oh, you can win. Oh, sorry. And then all of a sudden, like, Peeta's dying on the ground.
Yeah.
And shit, like, fucking, that would have been great.
I would continue watching these. I know we only have this one scheduled for,
Yeah, so would I.
but
I mean,
like
we can do 'em-
eventually, yeah,
we
I
can
would
do
like to cover the rest
I'm down.
because this is pretty good.
This is pretty good. I agree. I have one more note I'd like to point out. Katniss wastes a lot of time in this movie because when they find the cool kids hideout, she fires her arrows at the mines instead of just throwing a rock at it. And now you're wasting arrows and time.
Yeah,
She wasn't the smartest. She really, she needs to go back to like that elementary school they got there in District 12 needs to go back to Common Core or something like that, man. She was not good.
it seemed real run down. Like they didn't have anything.
I did think Peeta and Katniss made the dream team with his brains and her ability to do everything else.
Yeah, and his ability to paint.
Yeah, well, the fact that he knew to play the game, like, all right, you know, I'm gonna kiss babies, shake hands, and all that, and she's like, I'm gonna kill.
Yeah,
I think, you know, dream team.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Now that I'm thinking about it, do you think that would have been illegal if they just started having sex? Because it's all broadcasted to everybody. Like, what if they just got naked? Could they not broadcast it? Like, if the Hunger Games, they're all under 18, if they all just got naked,
I
then they
assume
couldn't broadcast it.
I assume where they're living's kind of like Europe, and there are no standards like that there.
Okay.
That's why Roman Polanski walks free.
That's true.
Was that in 2012?
No, that was 1973.
I'm sure there's more than one instance though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I kind of thought when the Hunger Games start, it starts with a bang, and like everybody's just slaughtering each other, and it's like shaky cam city. But like it's still pretty good because that's when you do shaky cam, because it's like what's going on. But like as the Hunger Games go on, I'm like I started being all right. I know she's not gonna die because she's the main character, so let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And then the lovey stuff really wore it down. I think this movie is the best right before the Hunger Games start.
Okay.
It's like really good.
Well,
and then
should we go to Letterboxd?
We should go to Letterboxd, Rob.
Go to Letterboxd. This is
as is tradition.
As is tradition. I would give this 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, I would go 3.5, maybe even 4.
Maybe even 4. John, what would you say?
I like it. I liked it. 3.5 is probably right in the wheelhouse where I would say let's kind of keep it there. To me, I enjoyed it.
It is settled. 3.5 stars.
3.5 stars is the official Royds review on Letterboxd. There we go. Of the Hunger Games. Follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I do have 2 questions though.
Okay, I have 4 questions.
And I got 0.
Andy, why don't you explain to our fine listeners who are stupid as shit what our question segment is?
Okay.
Our
rude.
thick as pig shit listeners.
Robbie's rude. Rude Robbie. So the question segment is where we ask questions that might not have been answered in the movie, or just plot hole questions, or just general questions, or genital questions.
Oh, I got a question. We're good.
Cool.
Right when I said genital, he was like, oh, I got one.
Oh, excellent. Hey, Andy, why don't you go first? Because you got 4.
Okay. Questions. Is rue short for rhubarb?
Very good. Rhubarb is spelled with an H, Andy. RHUBARB.
Okay, we don't see it spelled. We don't see it spelled, though. It could,
watch closed captions, or are you not able to read?
No, I'm able to hear, Robbie.
Oh, that's good for you. That's good for you. All our deaf listeners know that now. Very good.
Deaf listeners, there's no such thing, Robbie. We can say whatever we want about deaf people. They'll never hear it.
No. Oh, no.
You know, here's the story real quick. My wife, she watches Love is Blind on Netflix.
Okay.
And she saw online, somebody said, actually, the title of this is offensive to me because I'm blind. And I was like, well, we were both like, all right, relax. And then I said, if she's blind, how could she even type this? And my wife was like, you're a fucking idiot.
Very good.
Thank you. Robbie, what's your question?
When Katniss wakes up and she cuts down the tracker jacket's like nest, why doesn't she just jump down and slit all the sleeping people's throats? She has a knife. Like, instead, she's sitting there sawing off the branch or whatever, and it's taking her forever. When could you just easily jump down and throat stab, throat stab, throat stab, throat stab, throat stab?
I think that slitting someone's throat is louder than you think. I think they're going to let out a big, you know?
You could easily get out 2 solid kills that way.
But then the others wake up and then you got to run.
Fine. You've at least knocked out 2. You know what you do? You start off by kick that nest down. Don't cut down the branch.
Well, I thought she was going to slash the
tires.
The like adhesive, you know, where a nest like attaches to a tree. I thought she was going to cut that. And I was like, ooh, that's risky. Because like, what if you cut it, it doesn't break, and now they're all angry and they come to you. So sawing the branch, I get it. Kind of.
No, you give that thing 1 solid kick and that's gone.
But what happens if you kick it and the feet go through it? That's what I'm saying. How dense is this thing? Like, and now you got a hole. You got a hole and your foot's stuck in there and you're fucked. And plus, she couldn't have ran because she remember this was when she had that injury.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about.
Yeah, that's fair. I spend a lot of time in this movie thinking about what I would have done in that situation.
Yeah.
I would have simply killed everyone.
Yep. As a typical white American male, I easily would have won.
Yeah.
John, what's your question?
Okay. So when they have the feast, remember where they put the shit out? Like, they're like, oh, everybody needs something, you know? What I noticed was there was only 1 bag per district. So there were still 2 people from District 1, and then there's still like the 2 people from District 12. What happens if they weren't working together? Now they got to fight over that 1 bag. There's something for everybody. There wasn't something for everybody, right?
Well, there was something every team needs, they said.
Oh, so they were assuming that everybody was teaming up.
Yeah, because they had put that rule in place where if 2 people from the same district win, there could be 2 winners.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought it was bold of them to assume that all the teams teamed up.
Yeah, but aren't they watching everybody anyway, so they know where their head's at in a lot of ways?
Yeah, I guess so. That makes sense. Thank you for answering my question.
Yeah. That's
Sometimes
the
questions have answers.
Yeah. Questions. Okay, my second question is Rue short for Rupert Murdoch?
Very good. I'm catching a theme with Andy's questions.
Okay. Do you have another question, Robbie?
I do. Does Katniss always miss on the first shot?
Yeah.
It seems like it.
Yeah, because we see her miss in the tryout before she shoots the target and then the pig, or the apple in the pig. And then she misses the mines later on in her first shot.
She even misses the deer in the beginning and then hits a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, are you, like, what is that?
Maybe
what is
she's
this?
just like, she takes one and then she's like, oh, I get it now. And then she
shoots it. That was a practice.
She's got to calibrate it.
Yeah, I get it.
All right.
That scene when they chase you see Josh Hutcherson or Peeta Bread.
Yep, very good.
Yep.
He teamed up with some of the bad guys and they chase Katniss up a tree. Right? And like they're throwing stuff at her, like shooting arrows, and they're missing. And Peeta goes, "Why don't we just wait her out? She's got to come down sometime." And they're all like, "That's a good idea." And I was like, "Why don't you just fucking walk around the tree?" What are you doing? The fuck do you mean? We'll wait her out. Just what? Why don't two of you go on both sides of the tree and shoot her with whatever you got? What do you fucking mean? That was dumb and bad writing.
Kids are dumb, Andy.
They should have had like a big old crevice in the tree where she, like, kind of like a little cave.
A trussy.
She like a trussy, you fucking son of a bitch. Where she just like, you know, got in there and they were like, we can't get her. All right, we'll have to wait her out. Makes sense. But she's just hanging out on a tree and they're like, whatever. That's
how old do you think you could be to beat the shit out, like to win? How old do you think you would have, like the youngest that you could win? Like, do you think you could beat at like 18?
No, I never would have won.
The cutoff is 19.
Yeah, but do you think 19? Like now you could you outsmart these children because they're still children at the end of the day?
I think outsmart them, yes, but they will definitely have more energy.
Oh yeah, I can't run for
more will to live.
I can't run for more than like 8 seconds without being like, I need a leg.
I would quit almost instantly.
Like, I think I could make it like at 22. I think I still I was good enough shape. I think I could handle it. 22, 21. I think I could win.
I don't know. There was
I could win if all the other districts selected 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, because at that point, then it's just me versus the kids. And I think I have a pretty good shot against 23 12-year-olds.
Like, I know I can't take Kato. I can't take that guy. I'm dead.
That would be so much funnier if they just put like one 34-year-old like balding man like in there.
Yeah.
With all the kids.
He's like, let me at him. Throwing haymakers and shit. Just like really fucking kids up.
That would be great.
All right, I got one more question.
Go for it.
Is Rue short for Rudy Giuliani?
Very good. Very, very good. Yes, it is. Let's get into trivia.
Hold up. It is?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. She was like, Katniss! Katniss, can you sing to me, Katniss? Katniss, I'm dying, Katniss. Sing to me.
Oh, shit. All right.
I have 5 trivias.
I have 4.
John, you got any trivias?
I'll make one up as we go.
All right. So,
so buzz in with your name to answer the question.
Yeah. I'll go first. What does Katniss threaten to do to the cat at the beginning of the movie? Skin, eat, cook, kill.
Andy.
Eat. No.
Oh.
John. Skin it.
No.
Ooh.
Andy. Cook it.
Correct.
Okay. What was Marvel's score? You know, when they were giving scores out?
Okay.
And Katniss got an 11. What was Marvel's? Played by Jack Quaid.
John. I think it's 8.
It is not 8.
Shit.
Rob. 9?
It is 9.
Fuck me.
Yeah. Would you give Jack Quaid a 9?
I don't know.
He's pretty good in The Boys.
Okay, I've never watched it.
Oh, The Boys is good. You should check it out.
Hey, what nickname does Katniss call her younger sister? Little Robin, Little Swan, Little Goose, Little Duck.
John.
Andy.
John.
Oh, Little Duck.
It is Little Duck.
Oh,
I got that written down, motherfuckers. I take notes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little fuck.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Ooh.
Little duck, little fuck.
How old was Jennifer Lawrence at the time of filming? Was she 16, 18, 20, or 22?
John. Old enough.
Uh-oh.
22.
Well, incorrect.
Rob.
Yes.
18.
Incorrect. You got 16 or 20.
John.
Oh. I had to end that phone call that I was getting. Go ahead.
I'm going to go 20.
Correct.
Tubulous. How old is Primrose? 13, 12, 14, 15.
John. 12.
She is 12.
This is the first year she could be in the reaping.
Yeah. I'm really glad none of you said old enough. I'm really happy.
Fuck, I should have doubled down.
No, you should not have.
What famous director shot the riot scenes from District 11? Was it Steven Soderbergh, Neil Blomkamp, Ridley Scott, or Jon Favreau?
Rob. Neil Blomkamp.
No.
John Favreau.
No.
Rob.
Steven Soderbergh or Ridley Scott? Rob.
Neil Blomkamp. No.
Very good.
Ridley Scott.
No, Steven Soderbergh.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a trivia question for you.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
All right. So, because I'm an addictive gambler, I noticed the odds. What were the odds for Katniss and Peeta to win? I'll give you. So was it 16 to 1, 20 to 1, 23 to 1, 27 to 1?
Rob.
I almost just gave the answer
Rob.
instead of told my dad. I don't even know the rules of my own game. All right, go.
23 to 1.
Yep, you're right.
He's done it.
I thought they were pretty decent odds, I'll be honest.
No, Robbie, it's in beast mode.
Is it me?
Okay.
Do I ask the next? Oh, Andy goes. Okay, go.
Who was the original composer on the movie but left due to a scheduling conflict? Was it James Newton Howard, Harry Gregson Williams, Danny Elfman, or Hans Zimmer?
Rob. Elfman.
It was Danny Elfman.
Yeah. What is the 4-note melody that Katniss uses as her signal with Rue? Is it G, A, B, F sharp, A, B, G, B flat, G, B flat, A, D, D, A, C, F?
Andy. G, B flat, A, D.
Yes.
Good, because I couldn't even say any of those. I was just going to go choice 2.
All right, that's it for me.
I got one more. What flower is consistently referenced in the Capitol? Or as I called it, the fight pit? And then Laura was like, it's called the Capitol. I was like, okay. Tulips, roses, violets, gargothals.
Ooh.
Andy. Gargothals.
No.
I just wanted to say that word.
Yeah, I made it up.
John.
I don't think I've ever said it in my life.
John.
Roses.
It is roses.
Yeah, he's picking the roses when he's giving his speech about hope, right?
Yeah.
Snow? Yep. Boom.
Yeah, I made up gargothles. It's just a word I made up because I couldn't think of Another flower.
It was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you fooled me.
Pretty believable. You guys will never guess what I did after watching this.
I'll guess right now. You wrote a fucking song, dude.
I did. I wrote a song.
The whole thing. That's the whole thing.
You got me. I wrote a song. And you know what else I did? Or have?
A pick to flip?
A pick to flip.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
Can I read mine?
I think you can.
What are you thinking right now, Robbie?
No, you have to ask. No.
What are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking you're an idiot.
Okay, we'll say it at the same time. One, two, three.
You're an idiot.
Bath salts.
Okay. All right. Andy, pick heads or tails, okay?
Tails.
Okay. I don't know where I'm at. It's tails.
I win again, Robbie. All right. Well, you can find our music at.
Andy.
I'm just here for the coin flip. Pick flip, rather. All right. What kind of song do you have, Robbie?
Electronic.
Electronic,
Nice.
right? I will go first then, because I have I don't know what I have. I did a thing.
Very cool.
I did a thing. We did what did we do? That band concert, the Martin First Scores Timber.
Yes. Okay. The last
What was it called? The Last Waltz. We did The Last Waltz, and I criticized the band for doing songs where there's not like a real melody that like repeats. It's just like, I'm singing over these chords and that's how it's going, and this melody's never gonna repeat, and here I go. I was like, what is this? So I did that for the first.
So Andy, you hate music.
No, a melody.
People singing over music.
Melodies are cyclical, Robbie. Good melodies are cyclical. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
Okay.
My melody during the verse in my song for this one is not. So, there. Okay, my song is called I Am Gonna Die. And it goes like this. Hit it, Robbie. You know I'd do anything for my district. You better not shut down like you did when Dad died. You better not do the same for me. You better get her everything she needs. Probably gonna die to save her, but I bought her another year. I am gonna die for nothing. Wish I had a say in something. I'm gonna lose my life in a horrific way, but I can't go back. It's the only thing that's stronger than fear. This girl is on fire, and fire spreads real quick. And you can ask anyone if they think that this is fair. They won't know what to say, 'cause it's always been there. I am gonna die for nothing. I wish I had a say in something. I'm gonna lose my life in a horrific way, but I can't go back. That's my song.
I enjoyed that.
Very
Wow,
good.
thank you. Wow, thanks.
I really like the solo at the end there too.
Oh, thank you. I was gonna put another chorus, like I was gonna have it fade out and then put another chorus, just guitar and vocal, and then I was like, it's fine. I don't think it needs it.
Did you play the ukulele on that?
I didn't. No.
Okay, cool.
No.
Just in case
You want to ask? I didn't hear one. So
Did you hear ukulele? Okay. Good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, it's about the movie. I don't know if you got that.
I got it.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do here. But yeah, the first verse is like Katniss being like telling her mom to like nut up and don't fucking shut down. I know it's sad, but you can't fucking shut down. And then second verse is kind of what Snow said. Is that Snow?
Yeah.
Okay, where he's like, hope is stronger than fear, and this girl's on fire. So like, don't give him too much hope. That's too much. You're doing too much. And then, which I feel like will probably play into the sequels. Like she's inspiring everybody to be like, fuck this place. And also, we all know it's not fair, but like we don't know anything else. It's always been there. So that's my song. Robbie, tell us about your song.
I liked it. My song is called "Too Much Hope,"
Hmm.
and it's kind of inspired by the artist Lorde.
Okay.
So here it is. Here's my song, "Too Much Hope," which obviously I also took inspiration from President Snow.
Hit it, Robbie.
Traditional in all the games we play. Maybe we can one day run away. The bloodbath is all a TV show. The tension in the district starts to blow. When there is a fight, we send the children of the poor to do the bidding and the killing of those who started war. The riot squad is here to keep us all in line. Standing in the ivory tower, say the country's fine. Don't give him too much hope. Don't give him too much hope. See a fire in the trees. Bring a child to their knees. Reach back and grab your bow. Give your sponsors all a show. Kill your fellow men to show that you are loyal. Put your body on the line or you'll never be a royal. Say goodbye to all your family and your friends, cause your leaders have decided to start a fight again. Don't give them too much hope. Don't give them too much hope. That was my song called "Too Much Hope."
That was very Lord of you.
I am a lord.
Lord Robbie.
Yes. Yes, I'm Lord Robbie, right?
Lord of sucking dick.
Okay.
Got
okay.
Got him.
But
I love the rue of the day part. That was my favorite.
Thank you.
There's a little cute little thing there. There was definitely ukulele on that track, right?
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah. Way off in the back. Yeah,
almost
it was
all
kind of buried, but it was there.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my song called "Too Much Hope." Yeah, I was just kind of singing about how rough the people have it, and it's all to benefit the rich. Interesting. Funny how that works.
I feel like this movie's trying to say something.
Maybe. I don't know. It went over my head.
I don't know, Robbie. You wrote a song that proves otherwise.
It went right over my head. Went right under my bread. Went right through my sled.
It went right over your Peeta.
Very, very good. Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. But yeah, that's my song.
I enjoyed it.
Now, John, you have a spoken word bit, right?
Yes. So this is it's not really a poem. I was writing as a poem, but it didn't really come to fruition. There I lay in the grass, looking at the berries. I eat them, and that's Foxface's death.
Very good. All right.
That was excellent. Wow.
Thank you very much. I actually sent it to be featured in the second film, and there's an extended cut where I
Holy
shit.
shit.
My 13-year-old boy self in high school was just like, hello there, guys. It was good.
Wow, I'm not gonna. You just elevated this podcast. We're usually just like lowbrow drivel, but damn.
Yep.
Now there's poetry.
Yeah, honestly.
Whew. All right. Well, we're not going to beat that. John, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Probably just the podcast that I run, Naughty House. We're putting out weekly, so every Tuesday now it's coming out because we were recording on Sundays. And then we realized that we were ruining our Sundays because we would have to come home and stop whatever we were doing and record. So we were like, you know what? We'll get the whole weekend. It's me and my roommate, Nick. We kind of just bullshit, talk about our weekends, stuff like that. We live together, so there's some shenanigans that go on with that. Follow us on Naughty House on Instagram, on at Naughty House Podcast on YouTube and shit like that. We also do stand-up comedy shows. We produce those. So we actually have 2 monthly running shows that we've been doing. One in Long Island City at the local. It's a hostel. It's an experience. And then we also run one in the East Village down at Whiskey Cellar. And they're both second weekend of the month. So the local hostel is second Friday of every month. And then every second Sunday of the month, it is at Whiskey Cellar in New York City in the East Village. So besides that, and then on Instagram, I'm just at NBD. It's John Selle. And that's all I really got to promote. Follow along.
And the Nick he's talking about is friend of the show, Nick Tardo.
Yeah.
Yes, previous episodes. Fast and Furious and The Departed.
Yeah. The Detardo.
If you want, I could go in his room right now. He's not home.
No, you
Sure?
No, man, we believe you.
Okay. I can lay in his bed if you want. I can find his underwear.
Well, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
You are welcome back. In fact, I think you are scheduled to come back.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you coming back for?
We're going to do a Christmas, I think.
We are. You are scheduled.
Shit.
A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Hell yeah. That movie's incredible.
It really is. One of Michael Caine's best.
Honestly. Robbie, where can they find the socials?
That's an excellent question.
Isn't it?
That is such a good question. You can
Isn't
find
it?
us. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter or X. You can find us on TikTok. You could find us on YouTube. You could find us on Letterboxd. And you type in TheRoydsBand, and you'll see our pretty faces and fat asses. I'm always showing off my whale tail.
Yeah, he is.
Andy, where can they find our music? Oh, wait, send us an email, roydsreview@gmail.com.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked that question, though, Robbie, because you go to Spotify, you go to Apple Music, you go to Deezer, and you type in The Royds, ROYDS, and you'll find 2 albums and a Christmas song. And then you go to theroyds.bandcamp.com, you'll find all the podcast songs from previous episodes and this one, and maybe future ones, depending on when you listen to this. Well, depending on when you listen to this, right? I mean,
this is the last episod of the podcast I'll ever listen to.
We ended on the Hunger Games for some reason. Do that, and we got what episode is this? 80 something?
82.
82.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's 164 songs.
Exactly.
Plus bonus songs.
Boner.
Hell yeah. So check that out. Please leave a 5-star review. Please tell your friends. Word of mouse is very important. And please...
House of Mouse.
Please, House of Mouse. Yeah.
I was a little late in working off what you said, word of mouse.
Oh, that's okay.
I was just a little bit late.
What are we doing next week then?
That is such a good question. That's such a good question that I am going to tell you right now. The answer to that is Rogue One.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're going back into a galaxy far, far away, and we're going to have friend of the show, Mark Ponte, back on.
Look at that.
Look
Is
at
he bringing
that.
a song with him as well?
I believe so.
That's 3 songs, people.
Yeah.
Maybe for the Christmas Carol, I'll try something. Try to make a song with a ukulele.
Hell yeah. You got
Do it.
one?
No, I don't.
Oh, boy.
So I can find one. I'll learn how to do it, and I'll figure it out.
I have 2.
Oh, shit.
I also
Sounds like, oh, fuck, he's calling my bluff.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Maybe I'll do the recorder. I'll find something from the
There you
JFK's
go.
third grade class.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening. And John, thank you for joining us. And
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Thank
Follow John, follow us, follow the leader, wherever he may go.
all right.
Next week, Rogue U1. Bye, everybody.
Bye.